So Bose's main soundbars, the Bose Smart Soundbar and the Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar, both now have AI. But other than that, Bose's Smart Soundbar, the one that was released in 2024, and Bose's Smart Ultra Soundbar, the one that was released in 2023, are identical to their predecessors. But besides that, the Bose Smart Soundbar, the one that was released in 2024, is still a solid mid-size soundbar to consider. And today we're going to see how it compares to the larger Smart Ultra Soundbar. And yes, Bose's new naming schemes for their soundbars is ridiculous. Now first off, both of these soundbars are fully self-contained systems, as in they don't need an external subwoofer because they produce their own bass. Now obviously, having an external subwoofer is always better because this way you're going to get a lot more bass and you're going to get a more movie theater-like experience. However, everyone might not have the room for an external subwoofer, or maybe you live in an apartment with thin walls and you don't want to be that neighbor. So in this video, we're going to be testing these soundbars by themselves, and like I said, I like to use these types of soundbars in my bedroom. However, with both of these soundbars, you can always build them out by either adding an external subwoofer or you can add rear satellite speakers. But like I said, in this video, we're going to be using these soundbars by themselves, and we're going to be comparing them to the built-in speakers found on the Sony Bravia 8 TV. Nonetheless, if you want to pick any of these products up, they'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And if you want to further support the channel, because these types of videos are very expensive, then you can pick up some merch. Here we do have the Versus hat, and this here is the Versus hoodie. And the Versus hoodie is my favorite because it's very soft, it's very warm, and it's very comfortable. So first, there is the design of these soundbars. And now the Ultra is much larger than the Smart Soundbar because it has a length of 41.1 inches, a width of 4.2 inches, and a height of 2.3 inches, and it weighs in at 12.7 pounds. Whereas the Smart Soundbar has a length of 27.4 inches, and it weighs in at a little under 7 pounds. Now, both of these soundbars are good options if you're planning on wall mounting them because they're both relatively small compared to their direct competitors, and they both plug in via an AC port, so you don't have an external power brick that you have to worry about hiding. However, the wall mounting kits on both of these soundbars are sold separately, which personally I do feel is ridiculous. But more realistically, if you plan on just placing your soundbar on a table, then I feel the Bose Smart Soundbar does an exceptional job of just disappearing, whereas the Bose Ultra, the soundbar has a glass top, which gives it a much more premium look. However, I do want to warn you that in certain setups, this glass top might reflect your TV, which can be super annoying, but it all really just depends on your setup and viewing angle. Now, when it comes to ports, both of these soundbars have a single HDMI port. Now, for the smaller Bose Smart Soundbar and its price range, a single HDMI port is to be expected. However, with the larger Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar, I would have liked to have seen at least one HDMI in port so that you can plug in your PlayStation or Blu-ray player. However, something that the Ultra does have over the smaller Smart Soundbar is an Ethernet port. But I do feel that an Ethernet port on your soundbar is pointless because I would rather hardwire my TV than my soundbar, because whatever soundbars that's connected to my TV is going to enjoy the added connectivity from the TV. But a very important port that's only found on the Ultra is the Adaptive IQ port, and this is where you would plug in the included wired microphone that comes with the Ultra so that you can calibrate the soundbar to the shape and surfaces of your living room and also your preferred seating positions. But the problem here is many other brands out there allow you to calibrate your soundbar's sound by using your phone's built-in mic, which is just a lot easier, and this calibration process is only available for the Ultra. The smaller Smart Soundbar doesn't allow you to go through this calibration process. Now, Bose says that this soundbar is constantly automatically calibrating itself to give you the best sound, but I think you should also be able to manually calibrate it for your preferred seating position. So in general, I think Bose really needs to step up with their calibration process because they're falling behind here when compared to everyone else. But something that Bose is doing very well is their app. Their app is super simple to use, and it's super easy to very quickly adjust your sound settings. And I feel that being able to quickly adjust your sound settings on your soundbar is super important just because everything just has different mixing these days. And since these soundbars are third-party soundbars, having a simple app is very nice. However, like I mentioned in the past, I feel that if you're looking for a soundbar, I think that you should first look at your first-party options because you're going to get extra features like being able to adjust your sound directly from the TV itself, like we have here because we're using a Sony soundbar with a Sony TV. But also, if you use a first-party soundbar, then your TV's built-in speakers will work in conjunction with your soundbar and is going to give you a stronger center channel. So people's voices are going to be a lot more prominent. And this is going to work if you're using a Sony TV with a Sony soundbar, an LG TV with an LG soundbar, or with a Samsung TV with a Samsung soundbar. But with all that out of the way, let's talk about sound. Regarding speaker setups, the soundbars are very different. Now, the Bose Smart Soundbar has a total of 4 speakers, 2 that shoot out the sides and 2 that shoot upwards. It has a single front-firing tweeter and dual bass chambers with exhaust ports that shoot out the back. And the fact that the soundbar has upward-firing speakers is a big deal because it's one of the few mid-size soundbars that's going to give you true Dolby Atmos support. But then there's the Smart Ultra Soundbar, which has a total of 6 speakers, 4 of which shoot out the front and they're clustered in the middle. It has a single front-firing tweeter and dual bass chambers with exhaust ports that shoot out the back. Now, I feel that the speaker setup on the Bose Smart Soundbar is adequate, and I like it because it's one of the few mid-size soundbars out there that gives you true Dolby Atmos support thanks to the upward-firing drivers. Now, I would like to have seen at least 1 additional front-firing driver, or maybe 2, to help give you a stronger center channel, but the Bose Smart Soundbar has a decent speaker setup. Whereas with the Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar, given this soundbar's price and size, I feel that the speaker setup is lacking because compared to its direct competitors, like either the Sonos Arc Ultra or the Sony Bar 9, these soundbars have a lot more drivers and tweeters that shoot out the sides and upwards, thus giving you much better instrument separation and much better immersiveness than the Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar. But with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the sound test. Both of these soundbars are playing at 75% volume with the same EQ settings, and they both have their AI dialogue modes turned on, which is their main selling point over their predecessors. And we're also going to be using the built-in speakers in the Sony Bravia 8 TV, but those are going to be running at max volume.
Michael, I've known you since you were a child. You have a gift. You always have. If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find it. I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to fix this? I have a rare blood disease, and I'm running out of time. This can be my last chance.
You're up to something. What is it?
That's not exactly legal.
I don't want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
At what cost? Michael, what's happening?
I went from dying, feeling more alive than ever. Increased strength and speed. The ability to use echolocation. And an overpowering urge to consume blood. How far are we allowed to go to fix something that's broken? Until the remedy is worse than the disease.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
What's up, Doc? Hi. There's a gun. Shh, bro. It's the quiet car.
Can't use your small inside voice in here, son.
There's a gun.
I am ready. You are getting the new and improved me. Because if you put peace out in the world, you get peace back.
I think you might be forgetting what you do for a living. Take the gun.
Every job I do, somebody dies. I'm not that guy anymore.
Some conflicts require a gun.
Hey, this is nice. Okay, no more snatching and or grabbing.
A briefcase. You said you wanted simple for your first job back. Doesn't get simpler.
You stab me?
I will ruin your life the way you ruin mine.
Dude, I don't even know you!
There's nothing simple about this job.
Something else going on here.
Yeah, I'm not the only one on this train looking for this case.
Evan, where's the briefcase?
Oh, it's not shit. It was just there.
We are right on schedule.
Everything that's ever happened to you
This is gonna stink!
has led you here. Fate.
That's a deal.
Oh, no, thank you. You know what? Do you have anything sparkling? That's the one. Thank you. Domo arigato.
You sure you want to talk this out?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend.
You know you left me lonely, I could tell the whole story. It may take a couple hours, I've got time, let's get to chat. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start, where do I end? I should go back to bed, I'm going back to all the basics. Teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language. I'm afraid to scared to face it, I just want persistent clarity. But all my thoughts destroyed, give me some peace of mind. It's all I need to get peace to all of my family. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I'm gonna leave. You try but can't get through to me. It's not you, yeah, it's always me. I close my heart to you, you see it opens up for nobody. It's been so hard to fall asleep. The weather always makes my nose bleed, makes my nose bleed. It's so hard to believe that one day I'll feel peace. I want control over my life, I want that privacy. Yeah, it's not you that I need. You push me down when I'm weak. You were never there for me. Go pick up your keys and leave. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. You think you're everything I need, but I'm gonna can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. Cause you think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave.
So, like we just heard, since the Bravia 8 is a more premium TV, it has better sound. It uses its screen as a speaker, plus it has 2 built-in tweeters, and there's a built-in sub as well. So as a result, the Bravia 8 gets very loud, voices are very well pronounced, and this TV has a decent amount of bass that doesn't bottom out thanks to the built-in subwoofer. Whereas if you were to go with a more entry-level TV, then you're most likely just going to have a pair of downward-firing speakers that bounce sound off of the table. They don't get all that loud, and at higher volumes the bass bottoms out. But regardless, even if you have a more premium TV, you're still going to be better off upgrading to a soundbar for better bass and better instrument separation. So obviously, if you were to go with the larger Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar, this soundbar is going to get louder and is going to have more bass than the Smart Soundbar. As a result, your sound is going to sound fuller, and you're going to be able to better feel what's happening on the screen without having to use an external subwoofer. Just as you'd expect, you're going to get more sound out of the Ultra than you would with the Smart Soundbar. And both of these soundbars do a great job of bringing people's voices out. But from a value proposition, I feel that the Bose Smart Soundbar is much better than the Ultra. Like I mentioned earlier, I like that the Bose Smart Soundbar has those upward firing speakers because it's one of the few mid-sized soundbars out there that's going to give you true Dolby Atmos support, and it gives you amazing instrument separation for a mid-sized soundbar, so your audio is going to sound a lot more immersive and a lot more realistic instead of just being stuck on a single plane. Whereas with the Ultra, the value proposition of the soundbar isn't as good when compared to the Smart Soundbar, because the Ultra has a very basic speaker setup to it, especially when compared to its direct competitors. And as a result, the soundbar doesn't sound as open as its direct competitors. Plus, the soundbar doesn't have the additional HDMI ports that is to be expected on a soundbar of this size and price. So I feel that if you're looking for a mid-size soundbar, either for your mid-size living room or for your bedroom, I feel that the Bose Smart Soundbar is a solid pickup if your TV brand doesn't already make soundbars. Whereas with the Ultra, if you're looking for a larger soundbar for your larger living room or larger TV, personally I would look at something else. But overall, I feel that Bose needs to stop relying on AI so much, and they need to make some real upgrades to their soundbars to stay competitive in the future. First off, they need to improve the audio calibration for both of these soundbars so that you can use your phone's built-in mic and calibrate your sound for your preferred seating position. And they need to upgrade their speaker setups. The Smart Soundbar would be amazing if they added a pair of front-firing speakers to the center. And with the Ultra, the soundbar needs a complete redesign. We need more tweeters, and we need more speakers, and we need these speakers and tweeters to shoot out the sides and to shoot upwards to improve the instrument separation. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.